Hi, I'm Kristen Chapman, Outreach Coordinator for Grassroots Advocacy Partnerships.
And I'm Andrew Riggle, Public Policy Advocate for the Disability Law Center.
And we're here to talk to you today about becoming a delegate.
As some of you may know, 2012 is an election year. And later on in the spring, what are called caucuses or neighborhood meetings will be held to elect delegates to county and state party conventions. The job of delegates is to select the candidates from each party who will run in the general election in November. And we're here to talk to you about how you can become a delegate and the difference that you can make if you choose to do so.
It's an important process for the disability community because delegates can select the candidates that are most likely to understand disability issues that can range from transportation to independent living centers, vocational rehab, mental health, Medicaid and Medicare, and support services. If our disability community members become involved as delegates, we'll be able to make sure that the candidates that run learn about our ideas about what's important for disability or people issues. It's also important to remember that disability or people issues are not partisan issues. They affect every person across the state of Utah.
Becoming a delegate is important because not only do you get to meet the candidates and hear what issues are important to them, and also get to have input on what's on the party platforms, or what the key issues that the party is going to support during the election. But you also get to share issues that are important to you with the candidates, so that if the candidates get elected during the general election, you then have a relationship with them. Now, if we've enthused you about becoming a delegate, your next question may be, how do I get started? And the answer is you get started now. The legislative session is currently underway, and you can begin to introduce yourself to your senators and representatives by contacting them and talking to them about the issues that are important to you. Then in March, get ready with your family, friends, and neighbors to attend your neighborhood meetings or caucuses. The Democratic caucus will be on March 13th, and the Republican caucus will be on March 15th.
What happens during neighborhood meetings? Neighborhood caucuses are held by both political parties in neighborhoods throughout the state of Utah. Both Republicans and Democrats hold political caucuses. To attend the Republican caucus, you must be a Republican, a registered Republican. To attend the Democratic caucus, anyone can attend. You can attend the caucus meeting even if you don't entirely agree on the party's platform or all of the issues that they represent. During the caucus meeting, donations are asked for, platforms are discussed, elections for delegates are held, and meetings are run using a parliamentary system. Why should you become a delegate? Candidates get to know you, they get to meet you and spend time with you, and you have the candidate's attention, so you get to spend time telling them about the issues that are important to you, and you can make or break their candidacy. They'll seek you out, they'll ask your opinion, you can influence their opinion on issues related to disability, education, and other human service issues. You can tell them that you expect their support for disability issues.
As Kristen just said, delegates are very powerful folks in Utah's political system. Quite often we have one-party races, so candidates that win at the convention are very likely to be those who win in the general election. And as such, candidates tend to focus much more of their attention on the conventions than they do in the general election. So this gives delegates a lot of power in determining who gets elected to office in November. And if you want to become a delegate, you must in the case of if you're a Republican, as Kristen said, you must be a registered Republican to attend the caucus. If you want to attend the Democratic caucus, you can be a member of any political party or an independent. To find out where your neighborhood meeting or caucus is located, visit your county clerk's website. Often, caucuses are held in public buildings such as City Hall, neighborhood schools, locations such as that. If you intend to run for election as a delegate, you'll want to make sure that you arrive at least 10 to 20 minutes early to your neighborhood meeting, so that you can introduce yourself to folks coming through the door and get a chance to talk to them about who you are and the issues that you care about, and ask them and let them know that you're going to be running for delegate, and ask them to vote for you. You'll also want to prepare a few remarks during the meeting to introduce yourself to your friends and neighbors. Talk to them about the issues that are important to you and why you are running for delegate, and ask them for their support.
When running to become a delegate, there are a few things to plan ahead. First, get your neighbors to nominate you, or be prepared to nominate yourself. Second, be prepared to talk about yourself and tell what your interests in the disability community are, and what other issues you're interested in. Tell why people should vote for you. Be prepared to say something like, I care about human issues and disability issues, and I want to ensure that people are a priority versus roads or other things. Recruit and take as many committed members of your neighborhood as you can, so that they'll be there to help elect you as a delegate and to vote for a reasonable platform. What's the time commitment to being a delegate? It's generally about 15 to 20 hours. That's broken down into preparing for the caucus meeting, which is about 2 to 3 hours, attending the March caucus meetings, which are 2 to 3 hours, the county convention, which is held on a Saturday and takes 5 or so hours, the state convention, which takes between 5 to 6 hours and is also held on a Saturday. It's not a huge commitment of time, but the payoff can be huge.
Please remember that becoming a delegate is a key step in ensuring that our elected leadership takes disability issues seriously over the next couple of years and responds to the needs of the communities that they represent. If you become a delegate, please plan on serving for at least 2 years, so that we can begin to influence policy not just in the short term, but in the long term as well. If you choose not to run for delegate, please plan on attending your caucus meetings anyway, because it's important that you be there to support and vote for delegates who will represent the issues that are important to you.
Please get involved. You'll make a huge difference for Utah families and citizens who count on services and support. If you have questions, please visit the websites of Grassroots Advocacy Partnerships at www.utahgap.org or the Legislative Coalition for People with Disabilities at www.lcpdut.org. If you need to register to vote, please make sure that you do, because the most important thing is that you do vote.